version 1.0 of yourself and a version 2.0 of yourself? And have you crossed the line over to version 2.0? This was a big conversation, actually, that kept coming up at the Growth Summit that I recently went to. And I've been thinking about it a lot. And I actually had a chance to ask a question about it to the three presenters. So the three people who put on the Growth Summit are Brendon Burchard, Dean Graziosi, and Ethan Willis. And we had a Q&A time, and I thought, I'm going to ask this question. And I'm going to find out how you do that, how you cross the line. Because do you feel like it's a struggle? Like you can see version 2.0 of yourself, you can almost feel it and touch it, but you just can't seem to cross over to version 2.0, and so you're stuck in version 1.0, which isn't working very well anymore, right? It's just not working very well. It's an old program, and you want the new program because you know you're going to run way more efficiently on the new program if you can beat version 2.0. So how do you do that? How do you cross the line to version 2.0? So I have my little notebook here, and I'm going to be kind of referring to it a little bit. And I want to give you the answer, because that was my question, is how do you influence yourself to cross the line from 1.0 to 2.0? Because the fact is that we have to learn to influence ourselves. Okay, it's important to be able to influence others, to persuade them in positive and meaningful ways, to have a really positive and inspirational and motivational impact on other people. But if we can't impact ourselves, if we can't influence and persuade ourselves to be our best selves, to change our habits, our negative thoughts, our limiting beliefs, it's very, very difficult to influence or persuade anyone else. So we need to learn to influence ourselves first. So if we want to be version 2.0 of ourselves, and we'd like to help other people be version 2.0 of themselves, we need to figure out how to cross the line. So that was my question. How do we influence ourselves to cross over the line from version 1.0 to version 2.0 of ourselves? And so the first person who responded to me was Dean Graziosi, and I loved his answer. What he said to me was that you had to create a not to-do list. So we all have our to-do list. I have a huge to-do list, right? So we all probably have those huge to-do lists. And what he said was you really want to figure out what not to do and have a not to-do list. And I loved what he said. He said, yes gets you out of Egypt, but no puts you in the promised land. The promised land is version 2.0 of yourself. That's where you get to achieve your highest potential. And so we want to create this not to-do list because we want to be sure we're doing only the things we really should be doing that are on purpose for us. And so it's a good journaling exercise for you today with your Monday inspiration. I want to inspire you and challenge you to journal about this. What should you not be doing? Okay, so then Ethan Willis answered. And I loved Ethan's answer as well because it tied in to so much of my work and my new book, Creative Visualization for Writers. So Ethan said that the trick was to visualize and to visualize version 2.0 until you could feel it, right? Till you can feel it, see it, smell it, touch it. So it becomes so real to you that it's hard not to cross the line to 2.0. He also said that we needed to be willing to create this new version of ourselves with faith in a source higher than ourselves, that the creation process is a co-creation between us and a higher source, and we need to call on that. And I love that because I do write about that quite a bit in my new book, Creative Visualization for Writers. And really anyone could read this book and use the exercises for whatever they're working on. But if you're a writer or an aspiring author, then this book takes you through a variety of visualization exercises. Okay, so last but definitely not least, Brendon Burchard. His answer to how do we influence ourselves to step over the line from version 1.0 to 2.0 was to own our mornings. So he shared that we should do affirmations, that we should do movement, that we should prioritize first thing in the morning. And as a certified high performance coach, we talk a lot about this. We talk about using a one-page productivity planner. If you want to know more about that, please feel free to contact me for a 1-hour free strategy session, and I'd be happy to talk to you about what that is. It's hugely important for productivity in all areas of your life. But so this whole idea of owning your morning, and this was something that really struck home for me because I've been trying really hard to own my morning and not succeeding always. You know, I would like to be meditating every morning and journaling and sticking to my priorities. I usually prioritize the night before, but I sometimes find it hard. And there are days when I exercise in the morning and then I don't do my morning process. So I really... this really hit home, and I knew this was something I needed to work on. And the last thing that Brendon said, I think is so important. He said to give more, to be of service more, and that would help us cross the line. So his is a little more tactical in terms of own your morning, right? But it's about allowing yourself to move into 2.0, the visualization, you know, that Ethan talked about, and then we have meditation and we have some movement. So you're getting in touch with your inner wisdom and your inner self, and then you are moving your body and getting in touch with your body and letting the energy flow, and then you're sticking to your priorities, right? And in the process of that, everything should revolve around giving more. And when we give, as we move towards our best self, towards version 2.0, it becomes much easier to move into that. So I loved the answers I got to this question, and I was so thrilled that I got to ask. I highly recommend that you always raise your hand and ask a question when you're at an event. It can be a little nerve-wracking, but it's always very useful. You'll get some good advice and good inspiration and motivation. So today with Monday Inspiration, I want to inspire you to do these things. I want you to make your not to-do list. I want to inspire you to visualize your best self, your version 2.0 self, and I want to inspire you to do what Brendon said as well, to own your morning and to give, to serve more often on your way to your version 2.0 self, 2.0 self. So, and if you, by the way, if you don't know what your 2.0 self looks like, it's going to be hard to visualize it. So please do sit down and journal about that. What does your version 2.0 self look like? Okay, so that is it for today, for Monday Inspiration. If you don't know me, I am Nina Amir. I'm known as the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I love to help people combine their purpose with their passion so they get inspired and take inspired action. And I like to... it's my special, what would I say, my purpose to help you share your message with the world and to impact your own life and other people's lives so that you can live up to your full potential and fulfill your purpose and help others do the same. So if you're interested in certified high performance coaching, please contact me at nina@ninaamir.com or go over to ninaamir.com and click on personal growth, and you will see a link to get an application for a free session, or just go to ninaamir.com free session, ninaamir.com/free session Nina. And you can download a application for that free session. And if you're an author and you're wanting to make an impact, please think about my new book, Creative Visualization for Writers. It's a great one to help you with the visualization and figuring out what your purpose is and how you're going to serve and become version 2.0 of yourself. And also contact me for author coaching or author training. And you can do that at ninaamir.com as well. And we can set up a free 15-minute call to discuss strategies for how to help you move forward as an author. So again, I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. Until next Monday, go out and achieve more inspired results.